You're watching K34QB, Vail.
Happy Tuesday, happy spring. It is your Tuesday spring edition of Good Morning Vail. Hopefully you're having a great day already. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. We have Kimberly Perot here as well, and we're going to talk all things comedians and magicians for this first day of spring. So sit back, have that cup of coffee, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TVA Weather Center. Happy Tuesday and happy spring. Let's take a look at the weather outside today. 8 a.m., 26 degrees, a high of 52 degrees. So gorgeous, sunshiny, springy day out there. Winds west at southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it's going to be a beautiful day to get on out there with your doggos, hike, have some fun in that sunshine, even do some spring skiing. 8 a.m., 26 degrees and sunny. Noon, 44 sunny. 4 p.m., 48 and a little bit of cloud coverage, but beautiful day. 8 p.m., 40 degrees and clear. Let's take a look at that I-70 corridor. Eagle 57 degrees, Avon 53, Vail 52, and Denver 64 degrees. So definitely feeling like springtime out there. And I have to be honest, I love the snow, but I'm stoked. I said snoked. I'm stoked for the sunshine as well. So bring on that sunshine. Tonight, a low of 23, 20% chance of snow winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So beautiful spring day. Wednesday, mostly sunny, 51 degrees. Thursday, a little bit of cloud coverage coming in, 51 degrees. Friday, 50 degrees. And then Saturday, 51 degrees. So through the 50s all week long. And then Sunday, we're going to see some of that snow. Like I always say, sunshine, snow, never know in these mountain towns. So snow showers in Vail, 40 degrees and some snow. Beaver Creek snow report, 0 in the last 48, 0 inches, 242 for this season total, 62 inches for the base depth. Now in Beaver Creek, the lift hours are from 8:30 to 4 p.m. So just something to remember. 25 lifts open in Beaver Creek, 166 trails, and 100% of the terrain is finally open in Beaver Creek. Just what we like to see. Now for Vail Mountain, 0 inches in the last 48, 246 for this season total, 64 for the base depth. 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. are the lift hours on Vail Mountain. Vail Mountain's 32 lifts are open, 278 trails, and that is 100% of the terrain, just like what we like to see for some of this spring skiing. Kim, have you been out spring skiing yet?
Oh, yes, I have. But you mentioned you have to be honest, and as my dad always says,
yes.
I hope you're always honest.
Yes.
So you don't have to say that.
I know. You know what's funny is I always say that because I think I am so into snow. People are shocked about but you know what? My favorite time to ski is spring skiing. It's truly
true.
A good groomer, a little bit of sunshine. It makes me happy.
Oh, it's the best. I've got this fantastic track jacket that I always break out once we start hitting the March temperatures. So cannot wait to be wearing it on the mountain this weekend.
I was just about to say, I can see you with that jacket, and then I rock my jammy pack. It's a fanny pack that plays music. I don't even care.
Big
I love
fan,
it. Yeah.
always. Yeah. Usually this is when I bust out all of my furs and my fanny packs and all the fun stuff. I've got the Pit Viper sunglasses.
Yeah.
So, spring skiing
love
is
it.
the best. It definitely is.
And it's interesting too, because of course we take skiing and snowboarding seriously. We love it here, but it's meant to be enjoyed. And sometimes I think in this life we take things so seriously, and I'm like, get on out there, have some fun, dress funny, have someone call you a gaper. You know you're not a gaper, it's fine. Vail has the best skiing, in my humble opinion. So
and if you're wondering what a gaper is, Google it.
Yeah, I know.
Gaper day is the best day. It's
my gosh.
my favorite day on the mountain for sure.
I have people phone me all the time, Kim, and they're like, can we borrow? And I'm like, yes, all my neon clothing options you can use.
It's true. Well, today is National Let's Have a Laugh Day,
Yes.
plus much more. So we've got a lot happening in this first hour, and we will get started right after you grab your coffee and come back and join us here on the couch.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
One of my favorite parts of this job is knowing about all of the random national holidays. And today is National Poultry Day. In honor of National Poultry Day, we actually take a look back at the buffalo chicken dip that we made for the big game. Let's take a look. We're in the kitchen again.
In the kitchen.
Every day. It's been
ITK.
so much fun. ITK in the kitchen with Kevin and Kim.
We should just rename this the Fun Zone because that's what it is.
It is the fun zone.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of fun zone, you want some good stuff for the big game.
Yeah, you're having people over, and you want to impress them with some nice delights to eat and snack on during the big game.
It's true. I don't think people realize how easy snacks can be, and especially when they're made from scratch and made with love.
Made with love, yes.
Because we are in the month of love, and that's coming up next week.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that coming up. Yeah.
Right? So we are going to make a Frank's Red Hot original buffalo chicken dip recipe. It's one of my favorites. I don't know. We should ask.
Yeah, we
Maybe
should look that
do
up.
a little history
Yeah.
and dig around and find out. Frank, good old Frank. So we're going to get started. It's actually very simple. You have shredded chicken, which you can either buy a rotisserie chicken and shred it yourself. You can boil some chicken breast, shred it up yourself, which is what we did here.
Yeah.
And then you've got cream cheese, about 8 ounces of cream cheese. Plus you've got the Frank's Red Hot.
Frank's Red Hot.
We have the original, so it's not super hot, but it'll have a kick to it. And then ranch dressing and some blue cheese. the easiest.
We're set to go. We got everything right here.
We've got everything right here. So we are going to get started. What we'll start with is 2 cups of shredded chicken.
Okay.
So we've got our measuring cups here. It's very simple. You really only need 2 cups. You need a 1 cup measurement, and then you also need a 1/2 cup measurement, and that is it. It is so simple.
There's our half.
There's our 1/2. And really, that's just kind of an estimate, right? So it depends on how cheesy you want it. If you want to stretch it, you just add more cheese. If you
Is that how you
chicken,
do that? You just stretch it?
You just stretch
Just
it
stretch
like
it.
Gumby.
Stretch it.
Yeah, it's looking good to me. And we don't
Okay.
have to use, you can use all of it.
Yeah, we're
but
going to. There
We
we
are
go.
definitely
Done.
going to. We've also got a shallow, like 1-inch pan to put it all in.
Okay.
Our oven is preheated to 350 degrees.
Okay.
And that is the easiest. This should take about 10 minutes to prep. So then from there, we're adding in the 8 ounces of cream cheese.
Should this be softened? This is soft.
It should be soft.
It should be soft.
softened. So
Easy to
we pull it
mix
usually,
in.
if you know you're going to make this ahead of time, I would suggest pulling out the cream cheese like
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes before you get started. Yeah, it's literally that simple. Then we've got the Frank's Red Hot. So it calls for about a 1/2 cup.
Okay.
But I always say the more the better. Why not, right?
Why not? You got a little
it's
half
really,
cup here.
It's really up to you, like
I'm just
whatever
gonna
you
take
choose
the top
to
off
do.
and pour it in.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start smashing in the cream cheese into the chicken. And it's going to seem like a really dense consistency as you get started. But that's okay because we're popping it in the oven so it melts. It's
Gotcha.
going to be delicious. So yeah, we'll pour the Red Hot in. We've got
Are you
about-
ready for it?
I'm ready. Pour it in.
Little Frank's.
Little Frank's. There we go.
Oh, that smells good.
It smells
That'll
great.
heat you up.
We have nothing like buffalo sauce. first thing in
Nothing
the
like some
morning.
buffalo sauce in the morning.
And then the blue cheese, you kind of you do about a 1/2 cup if you want to. I'm always a little bit estimate.
Half cup, you say?
A 1/2 cup or
Half
a
cup.
heaping 1/2 cup is how
Okay.
I like to say it. There we go. It's a pretty easy recipe.
It is pretty
Buffalo
easy
chicken
recipe.
dip, I think people don't realize how easy it is to make. So we are just sitting here doing some stirring, doing some dumping, and then we've got
Hopefully
our
it'll dump outside. Need some snow.
We do need some snow, and this
We're gonna
this-
blue cheese it
this
just a
heat here
little
in the
bit.
kitchen is going to keep the snow away. I
It
think.
will.
Awesome. And then we got our
It's El
chicken in here.
Nino in here.
It is. We got our chicken. So we have the chicken in here,
Okay.
the Frank's Red Hot.
Frank's.
We've got the blue
Cheese a check.
blue cheese and check, and then the ranch dressing.
How much
If you-
ranch?
I would say you do about a 1/2
About a 1/2 cup?
Yeah, about a 1/2 cup. We could do a little bit more since we put a little more chicken in here,
Yeah.
so it kind of melts a little
That's
bit
the
more.
thick stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like to do the avocado-based ranch dressing or avocado oil-based ranch dressing.
Oh, you do?
Personal
Why?
opinion. I just like it. I feel like it's got a little bit
Just
cleaner
Kim's
ingredient.
preference.
It is
No
my
reason.
preference. No,
Typically, that's what she says. I don't need a reason. It's what I like.
it's true. Don't question my motives.
nope.
Just listen. I'm going. I'm
And you
getting it
notice I'm
done.
just putting it in. I don't care. Simple question, simple answer.
Simple-
I'm done. I'm
right,
moving on, girl.
Exactly. So we did put some extra chicken in here. So I would say to kind of balance it out, we'll put a little bit more of the ranch and a little bit more.
Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Don't you think?
Why not?
Or let's do
Why
it.
not?
But that's kind of the rough estimate. I used to think that there was cheddar cheese in this, and you can top it with cheddar cheese if you want to, just to like let it broil a little bit. But really, you don't need it because we've got
Because we got the cream cheese.
we got the
you don't
cream
want to get
cheese
too
in here.
cheesy.
And the blue cheese in here.
And the blue cheese.
And you've got the red hot that makes it
The
that
red hot.
fun orange color that we
fun
all know
orange
and
color.
love. It's repeat Kim day. We like to play this game sometimes. where
Sometimes we
Kevin- Kevin repeats the
Sometimes
things
we
that
do.
I say.
Very good at that.
It's a lot of fun.
Because what you say is so profound, it just deserves
So
to
profound.
be said twice.
A bit like the Ralph Waldo Emerson quote
little
that I
bit.
gave earlier
Yeah.
this morning.
Make your own trail, path. Don't walk, whatever.
Skip, jump, hop. But
Yeah,
as long as it's
we
your
got
own
it.
trail, you're doing it.
We need some more Franks.
We need more Franks, always. So this looks great, which is kind of funny because you're like, does it look good? It does, because this is exactly.
It actually smells amazing. It really does.
I think my favorite Super Bowl treat, big game treat, is the Frank's Red Hot or Buffalo dip in any capacity. Buffalo pizza.
How about just dipping chips in Franks?
I've
could
done
do that.
that too.
You could do
I
that.
usually do that with French fries.
There's no rules at the big game.
No rules at the
No
big
referees in your living room.
game. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
'Cause there's probably lots
And if
of
there were,
flags
I
that
just
would
throw
be
a
thrown.
challenge flag. I just throw a challenge flag. Nope, I'm going to do this.
Right. So if you can see it, it looks good. Everything, it's a great consistency because you do want it to be a little bit melty when you're putting it in, when you're trying to dip like a chip or vegetables. We've got some freshly cut
vegetables.
Yeah. I like to do celery and
Trying to get healthy on us, Kim. Stop it.
avoid the carbs if possible because we're probably consuming them in all other ways while we watch the game.
So then this is it. You've got your oven preheated. You've got
Preheated.
your ingredients stirred in the bowl. You're going to put that in your 1-inch shallow baking pan. No oil in there, no nothing. You just put
Nothing,
it in.
just straight in.
Ha!
And then if you,
Simple.
if you want to keep it hot, obviously you could do this in a crock pot and just let it sit, but
Oh.
all right, here we
another little
go.
variation.
Kevin, I'm going to give this to you to
Okay.
scoop it into here because I'm
Gotcha.
afraid I'm going to drop
10-4.
this bowl everywhere.
You got it. Just hang on tight. We're scraping.
We are
Got to
scraping
get out all that chicken.
all
and
the good
Frank's.
stuff and ranch and cream cheese. And that is
All right,
it.
we got it.
Looking great. And then you just spread it evenly throughout the pan. So this pan is a little bit bigger than maybe putting it in like a normal baking dish, but either way, it's going to melt. It's still going to be delicious.
Yeah.
Who cares? We're going to
Who
eat
cares?
it
No
and we're going to
rules.
love it.
There's no rules in the big game.
No rules in the big game and no rules in the fun zone.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely
So
not.
now just pop this in the old oven.
That is it. We just throw it in the
I'm
oven
in.
and then we let it bake for 20 minutes. Looking good. Our oven is heated.
Heated to 350 degrees on the nose.
350 degrees on the nose. We're going to let it bake for 20 minutes. Then we're going to pull it out and we're going to taste test it and live our best big game lives.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Well, we've got a lot more in store in this first hour, and that's just the beginning. We
Just the beginning.
We just got started, so we'll see you soon, and we'll be right back after this.
We're back already.
We are back. We are back in the fun zone because we have some fun zone football dip to
All right,
check
I'm going to check it out.
Kevin is going to grab the buffalo dip out of the oven. Man, it smells good.
Ooh,
it looks
does.
nice and crispy. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to try it. So we've got two different kinds of ways
Look
to
at
get
that.
it into your mouth. We got
a
the
shovel.
Tostitos, the shovel, and then you've got some veggies. We
Okay.
always like fresh veggies kind of chopped up. I'm going to get in there. What do you think?
Do it.
It's
Do
going to
it.
be really hot, so you're going to have to talk and tell
I
people
will.
what I'm thinking and feeling as I taste this dip. It's going to be
So
a good
one thing I did too at the very end, the last couple minutes, I actually hit the broiler. Gives a little bit of crust on top, but again, Kim, you pointed out you could spread some cheddar cheese on there too to get a little more melty. Yeah, that's a good. You're liking that. Okay. But it's got a great aroma. It smells great. You can really smell the red hot and the blue cheese both.
And
So-
now that I'm finished chewing, it's actually really not spicy. We did put a decent amount of Frank's Red Hot in it, so it's not very spicy. It's quite delicious. I think you could throw some cheese on it just to give it a little bit more texture and variety in the flavoring, but pour a little bit more Red Hot on top of it, and it's just good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Who doesn't love a good football dip? A good buffalo chicken dip. I could eat this with
Nobody.
a spoon.
I'll
I know,
answer
right?
that question.
Nobody loves
Nobody
it.
doesn't like it.
It's true, but I'm eating it with celery because I'm going to eat probably half of this. Just kidding. I'm not.
Really good for breakfast.
It's great for breakfast, but
Yeah.
we've got a lot more happening on the show, so we'll be back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max at TV8 Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tv8vail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Hello, I'm Shervin Rezai here with Chenna Garden in Avon, Colorado. My hobbies are obviously skiing. I've been skiing since I was 3 years old. In addition to that, music's always been my first passion, and you can see that alive and well at Chenna Garden with our little record nook, where we have over 300 records, and we'll continue to grow that collection and play vinyl records for you while you enjoy your cuisine. Chena Garden is Avon's oldest running restaurant. We've been open since 1988 when my mother set up shop and wanted to begin offering Avon, Colorado, the best quality Chinese food that we could get. And I started working in the restaurant when I was 8 years old as a dishwasher, making $1 a day. And then one of the servers, pushed by my dad, told me I should ask for a raise, and then I got $5 a day, but then I had to put all $25 at the end of the week into a savings account, which actually helped me out in college. So after college, I went out to New York for law school, and I spent 15 years out in New York City practicing law and working in-house, which exposed me to a lot of restaurants all over the world, all over the country. And after getting exposure like that, I realized that we have this beautiful restaurant here that has so much potential. So in the fall of 2023, we came back, remodeled, and tried to get this back to give that special feel that I've known all my life here. We've been offering a lot of new cuisines, including German cuisine with our good family friend Gunther Schmidt, who's been serving up authentic German cuisine in the Valley for many, many decades. Why not? This is America. We can serve German food in a Chinese restaurant, and we just let it try. And after a year of it, it's been building up some success, and we're just having a lot of fun just seeing the look of bewilderment on every customer when they're like, how am I getting German food in a Chinese restaurant that's this good at this quality? Chena Garden is really all about that community, and that first starts with the local community. We always try to take care of all of us who are working hard, grinding it, so that we can also enjoy what this valley has to offer. And through that, we get a nice mix of word of mouth, tourists who come in. We're looking for something a little more authentic and that has a history with the valley. I'm a proud member of the Avon Vail Valley community, lifelong member as I was born here, and I hope you come out and see us here at Chena Garden. We're open every day, 4 to 9, any day the mountain's open. Cheers.
Good morning, Vail.
Roles reversed this morning. Gretchen with the open and me with the weather. Let's take a look at today's weather. As you can see, it is 52 for the high. So spring temps are here, and I think they're here to stay. We've got about 26 early this morning and sunshine all day long. We're looking at the winds coming from the west by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As you can see, the hourly forecast is going to be a good one. We've got lots of great weather coming our way. 44 degrees at noon, 48 at 4 p.m., and then 40 tonight at 8 p.m. with clear skies. So gorgeous day to be out there on the mountain or to start those fresh springtime runs, all of the fun stuff that you want to start doing now that the snow is starting to melt. Looking at the weather across the I-70 corridor, Denver 64, so our sunny sister is back. Vail 52 for the high, 53 in Avon, and then Eagle feeling just about the same as Denver with 57 for the high there. Looking at tonight, we've got a low of 23, 20% chance of snow. So interesting weather mix throughout the day today. Winds coming from the east by southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now you're probably wondering what's this weekend and what's this week gonna look like? So I'll tell you all about it. 51, we are in the 50s officially Wednesday through Saturday. We've got 51 for the high on Wednesday, 23 for the low, 20% chance of precipitation. As you know, springtime showers bring May flowers. Hopefully it'll get nice and beautiful here as we are moving into the springtime months. Thursday, 51 for the high, 26 for the low. Just about the same on Friday, 50 for the high, 29 for the low. And then it starts to warm up on Saturday, partially cloudy on Saturday, 51 for the high, 30 for the low. Snow showers on Sunday, 40 for the high, 23 for the low. Now, snow report, we still want to know what's going on out there. No snow in the past 48 hours, 242 inches in Beaver Creek for the season. And then the base depth is still a solid 62 inches. So you know what that means? We are spring skiing all the way through March and beyond. Lift hours are 8:30 to 4 p.m. And then we're looking over at the trails that we've got running at Beaver Creek. 25 lifts are open, 166 trails are also open, which means 100% of that terrain is still fresh and ready for you. Vail Mountain report, just about the same, 246 inches for the season, base depth of 64 inches. Lifts are spinning 8:30 3:30. Looking at the snow report though, 32 lifts are open, 278 trails, and 100% of the terrain is still open. Speaking of terrain and getting out there, you want to look stylish on the mountain, especially in these spring temps. Avisha took her Vail Vibe segment over to Skea and showed us all of the fun and bright designs that you can wear on the mountain. Let's take a look.
Come on.
When it comes to ski fashion, Diane Boyer, the president of Skea, a locally owned ski brand, has seen many trends through the years, and she even has a favorite decade.
I would say it was the 80s. It was so fun and exciting, and everybody was wearing it, from Ivanka Trump, no politics here, just saying, lots of fur headbands and stretch bottom suits and big blousey tops, as I say, shoulder pads and colors and brocade fabrics.
Having worked in the family business since the 70s as it evolved from ski mare to Skea, she remained at the forefront of ski fashion. But as a former professional skier, she knows that functionality is as important as the aesthetic.
The true ski clothing companies make sure that they actually function, because no matter who in our case, the lady is, if you're going up the chairlift in Vail, and it's a snowy day and you're not warm, dry, and comfortable, you're not going to be happy. So it has to work, but it has to be really pretty and look good on the snow as well. Or après at the bar.
Diane showed me a preview of next season's designs and explained to me how being eco-conscious is very important for Skea. So their faux down filling is made from recycled water bottles.
They take the water bottles and somehow reconstitute them, and it makes a very soft, puffy insulation similar to down. The difference is when this imitation down gets wet, it does not lose its loft.
And I even got a chance to test the merchandise by trying on this show-stopping outfit. Looking back through Skea's memorabilia, it's clear that skiing is so much more than just a hobby or business for Diane. It's a lifestyle, and one that helped her form a special bond with her late mom, Jocelyn Boyer.
That's me and my mom.
Her mom was a co-founder of Skea and a very integral part of Diane's life. So I asked her to share a story about her mom, and in this case, it also involved ski legend Billy Kidd.
We had a commemorative event the other day in Vail for the Colorado Ski Museum, which is one of my other passions. And Billy was there with his cowboy hat on, and he was always so kind. And when my mother would be watching my daughter's race up in Steamboat, Billy would come and sit with her. Her name was Jocelyn, and he would say, "Well, Jocelyn, you don't have to go out there and get cold. You can stay right in here in the lodge at Howison Hill." And when I mentioned that to Billy the other day, when I saw him, he said, "Diane, your mother was one of the most wonderful ladies in the world. And if I could be half the lady that my mother was, I would be blessed." So you ask, is there anything I'd like to share? I just think everybody, no matter what industry they're in, needs to be their very best at all times and on all fronts.
And what would your mother say about you now?
I think she'd be pretty proud.
Diane's lifelong love of skiing is something she shared with her mom and is something she will always cherish.
You get out in the mountains on a beautiful, clear day, and you look out at those mountains, and you're going along a ridge line or whatever, or maybe you're skinning up and you're panting, but you're breathing and you're enjoying the world. It gives me goosebumps every time I think about it or every time I talk about it. It takes whatever bad things are in your mind and they just go away.
And what a gift that is. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now it's National Let's Laugh Day, so it's perfect that I messed that up. Happy National Let's Laugh Day. Now the founder of the Vail Comedy Show we got to talk to, so let's take a look at the interview.
So today's episode, I am thrilled to have Mark Masters with me here today, who is actually the second cleanest comedian in Colorado. We might have to ask him about that. He's also an author, the founder of the Vail Comedy Show and Vail Comedy Festival. And quite frankly, he's just an all-around funny guy. So with that, Mr. Masters, welcome to Good Day Vail. We have you in the house today.
Hey, Cece, I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you here. You know, one of the things I typically ask viewers is, you know, why Vail? How long have you been here? You know, why do you stay here?
Sure.
Well, obviously, we'll talk about, you know, your work here in the Valley to help make us laugh. But
yeah,
give
so
us a little bit.
I love Colorado. Vail is probably one of my favorite places in Colorado. It might be number one at this point. I first came to Vail about 20 years ago and loved it. I spent a ski season here, and I've been coming back as frequently as I can ever since.
And so if there is one word to epitomize Vail to you, what is it?
Ooh.
I didn't mean to
Fun.
stop you. Okay, fun.
Such a boring word. What a low value word. But
No. But it is because that's what you bring to all of the people that go to your shows.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your background in comedy. How'd you get started in it?
Yeah, well, I went to an open mic. That's how most comics start. And I had a pretty dreadful experience waiting several hours, and then got up and got some laughs and was excited about it and kept coming back and doing more. And it's been a journey. And now I'm here in this glorious studio at TV8. I'm killing it.
You are killing it. We're so happy to have you here. And when you and I were preparing, I mean, one of the things that you mentioned to me, which I just thought was a very interesting correlative to comedy, is that you said it was like golf.
Yeah, I'm not even a golfer, but a lot of my friends are golfers, and they always talk about the shot that brings them back. So they have a terrible day golfing, but they have one great shot. That's the way I feel about good jokes. You get up on stage. Last night I was in Eagle, Colorado. I was on stage for 10 minutes. I had one really funny joke in there that the audience loved, and that got me excited to get on stage again tonight and keep tweaking that.
So tell us a little bit about the benefits of laughter and comedy in our lives.
Sure. Well, I give corporate talks sometimes about the health benefits of laughter. So everybody knows that laughter is the best medicine, but there's scientific evidence that laughter is very good for us. It increases our white blood cell count, burns calories, it generally improves our mood. And there's all kind of, I can talk for half an hour about the studies from Harvard and MIT and Stanford and all the benefits of laughter. There's a lot of them.
Well, I would have to imagine during COVID too is a challenging time for you, but what was it like bringing laughter? Because I know that you did some shows during COVID, and tell us about, your audience and the emotions that they felt during that time.
Yeah, it was a tricky time. It was we all lived through it, and it was something unique. One of the advantages was that we figured out how to do certain things online that some people still do today. Online grocery shopping, different things. It's great to be back with actual people. But yeah, the Vail Comedy Show in particular, it pivoted to online. One of the big advantages for me was that I started booking much more famous comedians at that point. They didn't have to fly to Vail, and I didn't have to get hotel rooms for them. And I was able to just have them online on these shows, and then we were able to go into living rooms of people all around the country and bring laughter to people who were, a little depressed. It was a tough time.
I participated in one of those Zoom events, and it was extraordinary. I had a friend with me, and it was just so much fun to laugh. I mean, to your point, it was such a stressful time, and I just kudos to you to being so innovative and to bring that to your constituency. So speaking of your constituency, how did the Vail Comedy Show get started?
Boy, great question. It was about 4 years ago. We started at Vail.
It's only been 4 years. It's like a staple
it feels like
in the
an
valley
institution.
now. That's
It does.
awesome.
People say that all the time. They say that about the festival as well. They think it's much older than it is, which I am proud of. So we started about 4 years ago at Vail Brewing Company in Eagle Vail. They were a great partner. That ended during the pandemic because we couldn't get together and laugh in a big group. And we used to pack over 100 people in that brewery every month, and we would drive comics up from Denver. And over the years, I've collected more equipment and worked with venues all over the valley. I probably know every hotel concierge and event coordinator in the valley at this point. And most restaurants.
That's worth just a monetization in itself. I mean, you could probably be a concierge for the concierge. But
Exactly. They're great. Thank you to all the hotel concierges because they spread the word about the show, which is great. We have a symbiotic relationship. When the shows are sold out, which is every month for about 2 years now, I help them get tickets sometimes for VIP customers, and they help me by spreading the word, so it works out well.
One of the things that you mentioned to me that was very near and dear to my heart is that you're giving tickets to a variety of people, and I know you're very passionate about mental health and making people feel good. Tell us a little bit about your philanthropic efforts here in the Valley right now with your shows.
Yeah, so you brought up two things. One, we do kind of quietly give away a lot of tickets to working locals, and that's rooted in an experience I had. I used to live in the Aspen area, which is very expensive, and I couldn't afford to do anything. Michelle Obama would fly in and give a talk, and I couldn't go to it. I'd just read about it in the paper the next day, and so there were always events that I wanted to participate in, but I couldn't afford. So we make sure that the audiences are full of restaurant workers, snowboard instructors, lift operators, people that are making our valley run and operate. They deserve to laugh just as much as everybody else. So we try and make sure there's a pathway for them to get tickets. And it benefits me as well. I like to say that the audience, the shows are more fun if everybody isn't wearing fur. So basically, if you have a wealthier audience, they don't necessarily laugh as hard as the kid who's pounding PBRs in the back.
Yeah.
So it's good for me. In terms of mental health, there's a lot going on in the valley with mental health, and in all ski areas, it's tough with seasonal effect,
Yeah.
disorder, SAD.
Yeah.
We'll just spit it out that way. And so I've given talks around the valley about mental health, and Root and Flower, for example, is a very good champion of mental health, and they hosted me once to give a talk to restaurant workers. And I think everybody deserves to be happy and to have a good time, and any little bit I can do to make an improvement in places where I spend time, that's important to me.
We need more people like you in this valley because, when we prepared for this interview, you just exuded a humanitarian effort in everything that you do. And yes, it's around your passion of comedy and your skill set of making anyone laugh. But you have a wonderful give back mentality. And, I just, hopefully our viewers see that as well.
Yeah.
And speaking of giving back, you just mentioned Root and Flower, but what are some of the other venues that you have in this area?
So we had a sold out show last night at Moe's in Eagle, Colorado, Moe's Original Barbecue. They're a local brand that's gone national. They're a great partner. DiscoverVail.com is a big partner of ours. Mark Gordon Real Estate at Christiani Realty. It really takes a village, a Vail village to make this happen. And a lot of people chip in. Drinking Vessels is a small glass blowing business in Minturn, Colorado. They've been supporting the show for years. And we have a lot of partners, a lot of great venues. Most of the hotels, restaurants, and bars we've popped up shows at in and around Vail.
Well, hopefully after, we've developed this relationship with TV8, you can say that TV8 Vail is a partner of yours as well.
That would be
wonderful. Want to get your message out. So tell us a little bit about what it takes to succeed in this industry.
Oh boy. Well, you have people describe you as a humanitarian, and then you go on stage and make fart jokes at night. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a spectrum to being successful in comedy. It's hard to even define what success is in comedy. We live in a capitalist country, so maybe money is one barometer for success. Bookings. I just booked my first college gig, which is a big milestone for me as a comedian.
And where is that?
It's at Colorado Mountain College,
right
fabulous. Down Valley. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so
great.
Right here, local. I should have mentioned Vail Daily before. They're a great partner as well. So success, how do I drive success, or how am I successful? It's really a lot of hard work. It's like anything else. You've heard of the 10-year overnight success. That's what I'm doing. I'm building up to being funnier and funnier through a lot of hard work, and I drive all over the country, and I do a lot of uncomfortable things. If people are interested in that story, once a month I send out kind of like a diary email newsletter that you can subscribe to for free on my website. And
is that a life in the day of Mark Masters?
It's a month in it. It's a life, a month of,
I'll have to
where I slept in my car this month, where I got ripped off by a venue, the best audience member I met, all kinds of fun, different stories.
And one of the other things that I'm assuming is a huge barometer of success is the laughter that happens in the bar.
Oh yeah,
or
of course.
The venue.
Yes. Yeah, and that's really exciting. I come from an office background, and so when you work in an office, you have.
Me too, by the way.
Okay. All right. Well, you know this. You have like middle managers, and you have you never really do anything completely by yourself. There's always other people involved, and sometimes you can work on something for a long time and it never goes to the public.
Right.
Stand-up comedy is the exact opposite of that.
So with that, Mark, I'm just going to ask you to hold that thought because it's the complete opposite. Please stay tuned to this episode of Good Day Vail because we're going to come back and learn about how you can find laughter in the Vail Valley with Mark Masters. We're going to take a station break. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Now I'm loving this National Let's Laugh Day. Let's continue the conversation with the founder of the Vail Comedy Show.
This is the Mark Masters comedy special show of Good Day Vail. So where we left off, Mark, we were talking about it takes a village to accomplish and be successful. But a couple other things that I've noted on your bio that I just want to ask you about. So why are you the second cleanest comedian here in Colorado?
Yeah, that's probably the most common question I get. I am Colorado's second cleanest comedian. And the answer is, I can't tell you. You have to come see me live, and I'll tell you from the stage.
Okay, all right. So when I'm in the stage, I'm going to ask that question. And I might have to have a camera on you. Of course, I know that I got to get your approval to show it on the show. But you're also an author, too.
I am, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you became an author and the name of the book.
Yeah, so I wrote a book. It's called Not Good Yet. It's about my first 6 months in comedy. I went to 100 open mics in the Denver area and all over the country, and I went to New York City and Los Angeles, and the basic premise is I wanted to become an amazing comedian in 6 months, and spoiler alert, I don't become an amazing comedian in 6 months. I still had a lot of growth after that period. So it's a time capsule of a comedian getting started. A lot of people who want to get into stand-up comedy have read it and left me very nice reviews online. Spouses of comedians have read it and loved it. So it's basically my origin story as a comedian.
Oh, that's awesome. So where, by any chance, is it in the Bookworm? Or do we have to get it online?
Well, it is available at all independent booksellers. So
Okay.
Bookworm is an independent bookseller, and they have some kind of fancy computer system they can order books.
Okay.
I know it's way above my pay grade, the way the distribution system works, but I'm pretty confident you could go in and request it, and it would be there within a week. It's been at Tattered Cover and some other independent bookstores around the country, like in stock.
Awesome.
And you can buy it online at a big place that I don't need to give airtime to, but you guys can figure it out.
Well, speaking of airtime, though, but let's talk about some of your biggest accomplishments. Tell the audience what you're most proud of to date.
I think, honestly, I might be most proud of Vail Comedy Show and Vail Comedy Festival. What I've done in the Valley is so exciting.
Tell our viewers.
Yeah. So we started out as a free show, very humble beginnings. We had, good comics, but not anybody who's been on TV or anything like that. And over time, we've gone to paid shows, which means a bigger budget. We now fly in comics from New York City and Los Angeles. We've had comics.
Actually, I think we have photos of a few of your
like maybe Caitlin Palufo,
Yep.
who's incredible, been on Late Night with Stephen Colbert and the James Corden Late Night Show. She's a killer. She goes around the country now, touring in big theaters with big comedians. She came and performed at Bridge Street Bar and just blew the roof off the place. It was an incredible show. If you were at that show, you remember it.
Yeah.
You'll never forget it. She just brings such an amazing energy to the stage. I really look up to her as a comedian. She's fantastic. And we're growing from there. We got Nathan McIntosh coming later this year. They just did a big spread about him in the New York Times. It was him, Roseanne Barr, and Mark Maron. They talked about their specials. You can see his special, Money Never Wakes, for free on YouTube. He's so funny. He was just on The Tonight Show, and he'll be in Vail in August. So vailcomedyshow.com. Tickets are on sale right now, and you can find out information about all the shows. And to bring it
to the
back,
accomplishments, yeah, because that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, I'm very proud of really what that means is people in the audience are going to have a good time. And that's what drives me. After the show, when people come up and say, thank you, I saw you setting up the show for an hour before the show. I see how hard you work. I had a great time. This was really fun. I'll be back next month. I'll leave a review online. Anything I can do to support you, let me know.
Well, you mentioned the festival,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that is just a huge accomplishment. It's only been, I think you said 1 year, but most everyone feels like the festival has been a part of Vail forever. And quite frankly, I think it's one of the staples of Memorial Day weekend now.
I hope it will become that. Don't go to Moab. Don't go see your family. Bring your family here to the Valley for Memorial Day weekend. We fly in 30-plus comedians. We have shows.
30-plus comedians.
Yeah, we have shows all over. Last year we had comedians from Washington State all the way down to Alabama come to town. It's not published yet, but we finalized the comedians for this year, and they're from Nashville, Tennessee, to San Francisco, New York City, LA, Minnesota, all over the country, flying in. We have 4 amazing headliners on VailComedyFestival.com already, and it's 3 days of straight laughter. You get your festival pass. You can go into any show. It's really fun. I'm very proud of what we've done with that. It's taken a lot of work, and it really another example of the village. You know, a lot of local businesses supported us last year, and the comics have been talking all around the country saying we had a great time. Vail, we got free beer at Vail Brewing Company. We got a free whiskey at 10th Mountain Whiskey. We got a free breakfast at Loaded Joe's. We got free coffee at Two Arrows. We got free coffee at Gorsuch Ski Cafe. The local businesses really helped out, and everybody just felt like they were part of a community and a family here. And so that's one of the reasons why when I went to a prestigious comedy festival on the East Coast, the organizer told me he thought Vail Comedy Festival had been running for 10 years.
I did too.
And I had to correct him and tell him it's only been 1 year.
I did too.
So people wear these sweatshirts and the t-shirts all over the country, and people ask questions and they're like, yeah, I did it. It's incredible. You have to do anything you can to get out to Vail for the Vail Comedy Festival.
Well, tell us why the alpaca.
Yeah, great. Well, good thing you didn't call it a llama. Thank you. An alpaca. There are alpacas here in the Valley. They help, with some of the Vail Rec District races where you can't drive water and snacks for the racers. They use alpacas to get their provisions up into the hills. And
I didn't know that.
That's probably the main. I like to have an animal associated with any comedy show I run. So the Lodo Comedy Show down in Denver is a French bulldog. And because when you walk around downtown Denver, you see a lot of small dogs. The alpaca is, a local animal, and the word's kind of funny. It's got that hard K sound into it.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, and for our viewers, if you've been watching and seeing the photos of the logo, it's the alpaca we're talking about. And Mark has also started a comedy show in Lower Denver. And so for those viewers that spend time in Denver, definitely check out those venues there too. So Mark, on more of a personal note, there's probably a few people that live in the Valley, our viewers, that might want to get into comedy at some point. What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, well, pick up a copy of my book, Not Good Yet. It's full of great advice. You want to go to an open mic during Vail Comedy Festival. We have show-up showcases every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can just put your name down and be on the same stage that TV famous comedians are going to be working out new material on. And new this year, the day before the festival, so Thursday, May 25th, 2023, we're going to do a Vail comedy school. So we will teach people how to get into comedy, how to be successful at comedy. We have a touring comedian who's going to teach most of the sessions, and we're going to have surprise guests teach some of the sessions. We have a booker for America's Got Talent. We have a TV writer who's going to do a session. So it's a one-day.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
In the spirit of the fact that I'm a horrible joke teller, horrible joke giver, but I am the host of Good Day Vail. I'd like to include some comedy in there. Will you help me with that?
Yeah,
or is
sure.
That a venue I should go to?
Let's punch up some of your material.
Yeah, you're making me realize
sure.
that
anybody, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, that's that.
It just takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
A lot of effort.
Which is something that you have been doing for the past 4 years since you started this. Is there something you'd like our viewers to know about the growth? I mean, in 4 years, you have become a staple in the village with the comedy show. The festival is obviously growing in leaps and bounds. You know, what would you like our viewers to know about the growth?
I think the thing that makes me the most excited and happy is when, like recently, a couple from New Orleans who has been to 2 Vail comedy shows in successive years told me that they planned their visit to the Vail Valley around the Vail comedy show. So
that is awesome.
It's so cool. We have dates on vailcomedyshow.com out until December 2023. So we're usually about 6 months out. We don't always say who the comedian is, but we have the dates, and people go to the website and they're like, we're coming to Vail in March. We know there's usually only 1 week a month that has shows. Let's make sure we're in town when there's a Vail comedy show. And then they book their travel, they buy a hotel room and their airplane tickets all around the comedy show. And that really warms my heart and makes me excited.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing it. And I think there's one other thing that you mentioned before we wrap up, that if there's anyone in the Valley that is interested in housing a comedian, especially during the festival, you have 30 comedians.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just put that out there to the viewers that are looking to potentially, you know, be a part of the festival in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that.
Yeah, and year round. That's probably my largest expense is housing comedians. We get these New York, LA comedians. We want to take good care of them. And often the headliners we have ample money for. Feature is the person who performs right below the headliner. It's very difficult to make a living as a feature.
Okay.
You know, we often don't have lodging. We tell them, you know, see if you can find a friend or something like that. If you want to be part of this community effort to make Vail comedy something exceptional, if you have a guest room or something like that, reach out. We will take advantage and we'll take good care of your space, and that would really be amazing for the festival and year round for the comedy show.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us. And for our viewers, you know, please check out the Vail Comedy Show and the Vail Comedy Festival. I know I am and have been, because we all need a laugh every day. So.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of Good Morning Vail. Now we're doing something really cool for Easter. Starting Monday the 18th, every single day, you're gonna get a new word. So if you watch every day and unscramble the words to make a sentence, you can win What's in This Egg. Make sure and tune in every day. Good Morning Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Hi everyone, it's Julio Garcia with TV8 and we're so excited about our Easter giveaway where you have the opportunity to win this egg filled with many surprises. Today's word of the day is spring. So remember to collect all of the words and unscramble the sentence for your opportunity to take home this surprise Easter egg. Again, today's word of the day is spring. Good luck to everyone.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Tuesday. It's March 19th. I'm Kimberly Perot, and it is a special day because I'm in the studio with Gretchen Pleshaw, and you know it's always a good time when we are together. In this second hour, we are in the kitchen actually making a homemade cashew milk. It's a quick and easy, delicious recipe. Plus, I'm talking to the cast of BET Plus's original new series, and then we've got a magician and mentalist joining us here in the studio. All of that and more in hour two, so let's get started.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TVA Weather Center. Happy spring. Let's take a look at that Tuesday outside today. 8 a.m. 26 degrees, a high of 52. I am loving this with sunshiny day. 8 a.m. 26, noon 44. 4 p.m. we see a little bit of that cloud coverage, and 48, and 8 p.m. 40 degrees and clear. Let's take a look at that I-70 corridor. Eagle 57 and sunny, Avon 53, Vail 52, and Denver a whopping 64. Bring on that sunshine, bring on the springtime. I am here for it. Tonight, a low of 23, snow 20% chance. Winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So beautiful night out there. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a little cloud coverage, 51 and low 23. Thursday, partly cloudy, 51, a low 26 with a little bit of cloud coverage coming in. Thursday, Friday, partly cloudy, 50 degrees. Saturday, 51, and then Sunday, we're going to see a little bit of that snow with 40 degrees. Beaver Creek snow report 0 inches in the last 48. 242 inches for the season total and 62 inches for the base depth. Now the lift hours for Beaver Creek, 8:30 to 4 p.m. 25 lifts open in Beaver Creek, 166 trails, and 100% of the terrain is open, which we love to see. Vail Mountain snow report 0 inches last 48. 246 inches in the season total and 64 inches for the base depth. Lift hours in Vail, 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. 32 lifts open in Vail, 278 trails open, and 100% of the terrain is open in Vail. And speaking about all things Vail and snow, we have these brilliant goggles by Oakley.
We do. As always, Eyepieces of Vail, they've got all the best goods on the mountain, that's for sure.
And I heard that you wore these, correct?
I did. Yeah. I wore Oakleys. I did not wear this exact pair, but I tell you what, I got to demo a pair of Oakleys. Traditionally, I'm a Smith girl, but I loved the Oakleys when I got to demo them. The colors were so incredibly vibrant, you know, with their prism technology. It really made a huge difference, especially on Bluebird days. So if you're looking for new goggles, I'd say on a Bluebird day that we've got all week this week, Oakleys are the good ones.
Well, and that's the thing that sometimes people forget when they're, I wouldn't say per se the Vail locals, but a lot of people coming into town, the goggle lenses make a huge difference.
They do. They
you
really
have
do.
to make sure that you have the corresponding goggle lens color for the day.
It's true, you know. You've got to look good and see good. But
Yes.
I really love Oakley now. I learned so much when I got to demo them. You know,
Yes.
they have over 600 patents for all of their gear. So
I did not
they are
realize.
a leader in lens technology. And
That's awesome.
That's the prism technology that they're known for. So I
I love this.
absolutely loved using them, and it was very hard not to just purchase a brand new pair.
That's
right off
the
bat.
hardest part. Whenever you go into Eyepieces of Vail, I love going into the store, and they really do custom fit your vibe, what you're feeling, your look, and of course, what you have, to see if it really works out. But I always want to get everything. And
It's
I'm
true.
like, dang it.
It's true, and you can pick different lenses. They've got like such a wide variety
Yes.
for like all weather, and then they've got some for the really like bright days, some for the really like dark days, and so Oakley
so good.
technology is great, and you can get all of that at Eyepieces of Vail at the Goggle Bar, especially at their Gondola 1 location.
They have so many locations as
So
well.
many
We need to
locations.
say that because it's so brilliant. Now they're everywhere. They're omnipresent. We love Eyepieces of Vail.
They are omnipresent, and you know what that means? It's also in the Roaring Fork Valley. So if you're heading over towards Glenwood Springs or Aspen,
Yes.
go check them out there too.
And they know what they're doing. So definitely, that's the other thing I was going to say too. Sometimes I think we walk into this space and get a little overwhelmed by all the options. Please talk to the people. They all are very well versed in goggles, eyewear, all of it.
They give you the white glove treatment. So
Yes.
Eyepieces of Vail, head over there, check them out. They've got so many great locations, Beaver Creek, Vail, and beyond. And we've got a lot more coming on the show. We'll be
Yes,
right
we
back
do.
after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max at TVA Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tvavail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. And Think Big kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TVA Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I am very excited. I say this a lot because I'm an excited person, but Erica Soda's my new friend.
Yay!
I adore you, magician and mentalist extraordinaire. And I just
Thank
love
you.
your whole, I have to say this, I love your whole vibe. I mean,
I
you're just
so
like
appreciate
purple
it.
goddess.
Thank you.
You are.
It takes goddess to know goddess, as I like to
Our
say.
Beyonce moment together. We'll talk about that next time you come on.
Exactly. She has a Beyonce pinky.
I love you. So Erica, magician and mentalist, just let's go right in and dive into this. It's first of all, I don't see a lot of women magician, and I want to talk to you about that. But how did you get started in this industry? How did you get this? Yeah, this whole vibe. How did it come to you?
Well, it was a long process
Okay.
in Evolve, right?
Right.
And I've always been really creative, and tapping into the imagination was
Yeah.
always. And I think as a child, my upbringing was a bit challenging.
Okay.
You know, some of you can probably relate.
Yes.
And so I made up characters and plays. And then as I got older, I was pursuing acting. I'm an actress as well.
totally get that, yeah.
Love acting. Creating characters is very magical, right? As you
Yes.
probably know,
Yeah.
being a TV reporter. But then I was a professional clown, and I love the archetype of the clown. Think of the clown, you know. Someone said comedy is tragedy plus time, and laughter's healing.
Oh, I
was
like
it? It was a
that.
famous.
Yeah, no, I love that. That
comedian.
hit. That was really beautiful. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful. And then it evolved, and then I was doing a little magic, and then I realized I care so much about the magic of life. And I went to my first magic conference and literally
Your
guessed
people?
the question everybody asked me there.
Your question?
Guess the question as a female that everybody asks you at a magic convention, at least 15 years ago. It's different now, 17 years ago.
Are you the only female magician? you
Whose
know?
assistant are you?
Oh, I didn't even. That's
Whose
true.
assistant are you, or whose wife? Now it's changed.
Right.
There's always been women,
Well,
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
right.
years ago. But
that bothers me too because I actually wrote as one of my questions. It's sexist. I feel
Oh my
just
God,
to
yeah,
you
well-
know, like, oh, you're the
Yeah.
assistant. No, I'm the magician.
Right,
Thank
right.
you.
I want to
Yeah,
talk
I
about
love that. Yeah.
And I'll just say one more sentence.
No,
because
I
can-
love this. I
is-
love this.
So I knew magic needed me. I
Right.
wanted to then pursue magic. So I became a professional magician, got into it as an adult, which is rare. It's usually as a child.
Right.
And then I discovered mentalism, which combined all my loves, tarot, spirituality,
Yeah.
all those kind of things. And so that's how I found.
So that's so interesting because mentalist, could you just kind of define that for a moment? Because I'm big into tarot. I love that. I love psychics. I talk to a psychic tarot card reader every
Awesome.
month. Super into that whole world, that vibe is very real to me. So what is a mentalist? How do you define that?
Yeah, so it's really interesting, and also it's so funny because mentalism is the form of magic that is the most male dominated.
Okay.
Whereas mentalists are basically playing the part kind of a psychic, which is
Okay.
interesting because most psychics are women. Not always, right?
Right. No,
There's-
no, no, but
just
100%,
there's
it's a
cross-
flip-flop, yeah.
Right. So mentalism is a form of magic where it's mind reading,
Right.
predictions,
Got
it's
it.
that kind of magic.
Okay.
It's seemingly real magic.
Understand. Okay, that's so cool. Oh, I love it. And obviously you have this gift because as soon as we met each other, saw each other, it was just on. You saw me. I got it. And I love that.
Thank you.
I
It's
mean
you
that,
also.
truly.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
So what is your I have so many questions. What is your favorite part about this industry? Is it just, you said the magic of life. You love just giving that kind of joy, spreading that joy to other people? Is it?
That, yes.
Okay.
And I do feel that my medicine is performing.
Okay.
And I have done a lot of private readings and things like that, but
Yeah.
that's really not my medicine. So
Okay.
when I was going to really age myself, when I was in my 30s
You
back in
look
the day.
great.
Okay,
The
so
energy.
I went to Greece to research the ancient Greek theaters. And the
Oh,
ancient
cool.
Greeks went to the theater for catharsis. It's a Greek word, right? Catharsis, transformation. There'd be this massive theater seating tens of thousands of people next to a healing sanctuary. Theater is powerful. Now, entertainment for
love
entertainment's
that.
sake is awesome. I'm
Right.
not
No, but
complaining
I
about
get
it,
that.
but it
I
has
get
the
that.
power
That's
to
true.
transform. So my favorite is performing for people and, you know, having them enter. You know, Einstein said the power of all true art and science is the mystical. When people are in this magical frame
Yeah.
of mind, anything is possible.
I love that.
And I love just fun. I mean, I'm a specialist in fun
Yeah.
also, and blowing minds, you know.
Yes. I just like love it because I'm like staring at you and I'm like, just your vibe, your energy, you are magic. magic. You really embody, you encompass magic. No, but you truly do.
Thank you so
it's
much.
so brilliant.
That's
So
really
I feel
nice.
like already I could talk to you for hours and hours. I do want to know, is there a woman that really inspired you? Because off camera we were speaking a little bit, and I really can't think of one female, and that's sad, but I'm being truthful, one female magician. I always think of all these male, I know it's male dominated world. Who are some of the female magicians or mentalists or people that have inspired you?
Yeah, so I would answer that question by talking about a branch of magic that inspires me. And
Okay.
it's the spiritualism movement. Are you familiar with
yes,
that?
100%.
So those women were called, and there were some men, but it was primarily female dominated during the Victorian era. These spiritualists created a profession where they could meet with powerful people, men and women, all people, all genders. They could do all kinds of things. A lot of these famous spiritualists, Marjorie, Avasi, her show, her seance was considered pornographic. They could take off, they would take off their clothes and sit on laps of men, and Stanislavka Popolska, Marjorie, there's so many of them. Agnes Guppy, she would make things appear in ectoplasm. Are you familiar with ectoplasm?
I'm not, no.
So I think it's in Ghostbusters.
That's what I didn't want to say anything, but I literally was thinking
it's
things.
in Ghostbusters, so it's manifestation of spirits, of ghosts. These women were experts in that.
Interesting.
Ectoplasm, whole spirits would come out of their ears, underneath their dresses.
Wow.
So they inspire me because I feel that at a time when, I mean, sexism is still prevalent, but it was way worse hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
And these women found ways to find power and express their sexuality, and were incredibly talented.
Yeah.
And made money.
That's amazing.
They inspire me. I dream of creating an ectoplasm act.
The whole time you were speaking, I was like, I'm going to have to, we're very strongly connected with the library system here. I'm like, that's what I'm doing next after this. I want to read about this.
I love the library. I used to
Really,
perform
really,
for
that's
the
so
Vail.
interesting. Okay, cool.
Yes, read about it.
Yeah, that's really powerful. And I think that is something that a lot of people, we're not taught that in school. That isn't something as a young woman that I was taught about. And that's really cool.
No, there's the narrative.
Yes.
And that's what I care about. I'm co-writing a book about women in magic.
Oh,
documenting there'll be
cool.
750 women in there because we have been around.
That's
it's just,
so cool.
We're not in the limelight
Yes,
necessarily. I mean, we
it's
are a minority, except as the assistant, obviously.
Which that blows my mind because you're so correct on that. That is wild to me. When I think about women in magic, that's what my mind goes to. And that's not okay, you know, and that's not right. So.
Right. So women assistants do most, if not, I want to say all, they're doing all the work. So if you're in a box and you're cut up and the man's going, ta-da! Who do you think is doing the work?
I love you.
So I honor the female assistants.
Because
they did
do
so much.
Right.
They choreograph. There's an amazing movie, Women in Boxes, about female assistants and how hard they work. I mean, they injure themselves.
Just to get that moment.
Yeah, they're injured themselves. They come out of the box. There's a part where one woman has this like concussion, or she's like, the show must go on.
And she just keeps on going because we're strong. We're strong people. Well, Erica, I could talk to you for hours, but I know you have a little magic to show us.
Yes, we at time already?
I know,
Do we
yeah,
need
I
to-
know. I knew this was you. We will have you back on the couch
I'd love
anytime you want.
to.
Yes. Do you have a little magic to show us today?
Yeah, so I brought a couple things today. I think I'd like to share with you something with this deck of cards. So I talk about how I'm less interested. No, I can do the kind of magic, ta-da, I like that. There's something about spectacle.
Right.
But as a performer, maybe because I'm a female performer and just my makeup, I'm interested in relationships.
Okay.
So I want to play a game with you. This is a personality game.
And we only have about 30 seconds just to let
Oh
you
my
know.
God,
I
30
know,
seconds.
but we can
Okay.
have you back
No,
too.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
fast. Okay, 30 seconds, a personality game. I'm going to read your number. You are a 46.
Okay.
A 46 is someone, we're just gonna go really fast and
Okay.
I'll explain it because we have 10 seconds now. I'm a 13. If I was gonna read myself, I'm gonna put your card out like this, your hand out like this, Gretchen. This is my favorite card. I want you to say stop when you see a card you like. If you like a number or a court card, because each card is matched to a personality.
Okay.
We're going, how many seconds do we have left?
Stop. I like that one.
The Jack of
Yeah.
Diamonds? Okay, put your other hand out. Now, I have numbered each card from 1 to 52 because there's 52 cards in the deck, there's 52. And I have found that certain personalities will all go towards a certain card. So I've matched each card with a number and a personality. A 46 is someone who stays positive. They have been through a lot inside. They have been in the shadow. They want to inspire and bring joy and love to people. And music is really important. Is music really important to you?
I'm a radio DJ.
Okay, well that would make sense. Okay, so let's see if I'm accurate. What number did I say I was?
The Queen of Hearts.
13.
13.
13.
Yes.
So I'm a 13. Let's see, Gretchen, if I predicted the one card in the whole pack you'd get, because I read you.
Yes.
But this is a game, and if you were able to pick this number, then you are indeed that number.
Okay.
You have the power to transform lives with your work, too. Turn it over and look.
Oh my gosh. 46. Wow. Thank you so much, Erica. We are going to have you back on. Thank you.
I would love to.
Oh,
Thank
that was
you.
brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Well, here we are, switching it up today. I've got Gretchen in the kitchen with me. So
are you
very
nervous?
Exciting. No,
Nervous?
I'm not nervous. I can get anybody through the recipe.
I know,
Piece of cake.
We have to laugh a little bit because Kim is very good at cooking and doing all the things. Gretchen here, not so much, but I am learning. So this is a good show for everyone, whether you're very good at cooking in the kitchen or you're a little bit like me and still learning. So
It's
there we
true.
go.
Well, I try to select recipes that
Yeah.
are easy to replicate at home,
Yeah.
that are quick in the kitchen, and that you can just get it done.
And this
it
one I love,
And
too.
it makes everybody feel like they are an expert and doing a little
like this.
extra pizzazz to whatever they're doing in the kitchen. So today,
Yes.
this is a fun one. We're making a homemade salted caramel cashew milk, which it sounds interesting, but you know, if you're trying to avoid like dairy, sometimes
Yes.
having a nut milk is a good way to do it. And this is a great and easy recipe to
And
make.
you can save some dollars on the recipe as well, because when you go to some of your local coffee shops and get this all the time, which we love local, and it's you need to support, but I could save some money with
True.
this.
I
so
mean, you
it's
can
good.
even start a nut milk stand, whatever, you know. We're in summertime.
Hey,
There's always
I
ways
like
to be
that.
an entrepreneur and to be a business owner. So what I love about this recipe is that most likely you probably have most of these ingredients in your pantry.
Yes.
So there are certain ways you can kind of spice it up. It only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to make in totality.
Okay.
So we'll just go ahead and get started. So it involves simple ingredients: water, cashews,
Cool.
key ingredient there.
Oh, yeah.
And then some sort of sweetener. You can use dates, but if you don't have dates, you can use like agave or honey. And we're going to go ahead and make it with
I
some
like
agave
that.
just so you can kind of see what that's like. And then some sea salt as well. And you don't have to put as much into it, especially if your nuts are salted, but you want to try to buy unsalted nuts. So
Okay.
I literally had all of this in my pantry, and we're just going to whip it
I
together.
love that, because I was just thinking I have all of it except for the cashews.
Yeah,
So
and
that's brilliant. Yeah.
Now you might just keep your cashews on hand, piece of cake.
I
So
like
we're
it.
going to go ahead and get started. This makes about 2 liters
Okay.
of cashew milk, and it actually also stays in your fridge for about a week. You'll probably go through it pretty quickly once you try it. It's quite delicious. So we'll go ahead and get started. We need about 1.5 cups of cashews. So I'm going to
Okay.
let you go ahead and measure it out.
Okay.
We've got 1.5 cups of cashews. So these are unsalted cashews. Hopefully this will be just enough. It'll probably be about a jar. So you do 3 of these. You can just pour it over here if you want to, and it's okay if it's not perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just kind of guesstimate.
I think that's
That was
enough.
probably about 1/2 cup. So
Okay.
we'll just keep pouring it all in there. Just keep going. And the best part about using,
Let's do it all.
Why not? Do it all. There's no
There
point
you
in
go.
saving it. We got a little bit left in there. I'll just dump it all in. So cashews are great because other nut milk, sometimes you have to soak the nuts overnight.
Okay.
But with cashews, optional, don't have to do it. It creates a nice creamy texture as
Okay.
well as like kind of like a coconut milk.
So you just dump the whole thing in.
So basically we're dumping all of that in here, and then
Awesome.
we're going to add about 6 cups of water. So we
Okay.
actually have, and this is cold water, so you want to make sure that it's cold. We've got it all measured out. You know, we couldn't fit 6 cups in our carafe.
That's what-
so
yeah.
we've got the excess in this other cup here. So we're just dumping all of the water into the food processor blender. And what's great about cashew milk, it's supposed to be creamy, so we don't have to strain this at all, unlike other milks when you're making it from scratch. So this
Awesome.
looks great. Then we are going to add about, we're going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we've
Okay.
got some salt here, and you should use a good sea salt. I love this brand of salt. You can actually, yeah, you
Let's
can
see.
do it
There
either
we
way
go.
you need to do it. You can take the lid off.
I get nervous that way, Kim. I've done not
You're
the best way.
crushing
Oh, here we
it, just
go.
like
we'll
that.
just go like
yeah.
this.
And it's okay if it's a little salted because this is the salted caramel.
Oh,
cashew
yeah.
milk,
We
right?
want this.
I love this brand of salt. This is the Redmond's Real Salt.
Oh, I've had this before.
This
This
is
is
my
really
favorite.
good.
I actually order it directly if it's not in the stores, and I have it shipped to me. And this is the only salt.
Do you think
that I
that's
like to
enough?
use.
That's good?
I think that's great for
Okay.
salt. And then we're going to do about 1/2 cup of agave.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and add that in, and we'll just kind of add the agave
Yummy.
in. It'll be nice and sweet. Now, if you were doing it with dates, you can pour a little bit more in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like very Vanna White right
yeah,
now.
there you
I'm
go.
like,
She's
hey.
looking great. This is your
Thanks,
area
Kim.
of expertise. This is what you do, right? You do the modeling, you show off the goods. It's great. It's wonderful.
I love you. And pretty soon I'll learn how to cook because
Hey,
of Kim. I like
you
it.
are learning it. And then we're actually going to put about we've got 1/2 teaspoon. We're going to put it at like,
oh, cool.
We'll just kind of estimate. I'll tell you when.
Okay.
Yeah.
I trust
To
you.
me, I like the more vanilla, the better, in my opinion. on-
Agreed.
On most things. So I would, yeah.
Ooh, sorry.
You can just dump it all in
There
there,
we go.
just straight in there.
Should I do a little more?
Just do a little more, yeah. I'll tell you when. Good. Okay, that'll work. We are gonna rock and roll.
You said you like the vanilla, so
I do.
did
You
the
know,
vanilla.
and honestly, it will give a great flavor to it, regardless. You can never go wrong with too much vanilla.
I agree.
So the best part about this is like we're just gonna blend it for 2 to 3 minutes.
That's so
and
easy.
then that is literally the easiest. So we're gonna go ahead, and I have a fancy Ninja blender that I love to
love
use.
this. Okay.
It's similar to like a Vitamix. It does about the same thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend it. And apologies for the kitchen noises.
I
but
know,
here
we'll
we
talk
go.
very loud.
Well, we're spilling it all over the place. You know, that's okay because
It's part of the fun of
we
cooking.
did put a lot of water into it, and we'll just kind of blend it nice and low. Yep, we'll pulse it out a little bit.
Well, and I think that's the fun thing about cooking, right? Is like you kind of have to just, like you said, it's sometimes fun not to always measure everything and just throw things in there.
That's true. And we'll just kind of keep blending it together, and it'll just look great. And we'll drink it, test it out, and see how it looks. But
I'm excited.
We're spilling it all over the place because we put a little bit too much in the food
Happy
processor.
spring.
But, that's exactly right.
Oh, and it's National Laugh Day or Comedy Day, right?
It is National Let's Have a Laugh Day.
And we're having a laugh.
And we're just going to keep blending it and blending it.
It looks pretty good.
It looks great. I'll just sit here and hang out, blend it. You can see it spinning.
Hey, we're doing well. I'm proud.
You can check out the consistency.
So, Kim,
there.
let me ask you one question. How will we know when it is about done? Because
You're just going to blend it. Like usually, you blend it for about 2 minutes,
Okay.
2 or 3 minutes, and then it'll be ready to go. And if you don't like the consistency, you can always strain it out.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But it should turn out pretty good. And then if you wanted it to not turn like a brownish color, you can use a clear vanilla.
Oh, cool. Okay. And I
which is
use all the vanilla, so it's going to be
exactly. We're just blending it.
Yum. I'm excited. It
smells
very
good.
vanilla-y.
It smells wonderful. It smells like salted caramel cashew milk.
It really does. I'm excited about this. Well, and I didn't realize how easy it is. This is so simple.
All right, let's see here.
And for people that might not have this kind of a heavy duty at home, because I have just a regular blender,
Totally okay.
it's the same exact
Yeah,
situation.
just throw it into the blender, and then if you wanted to strain it to make it a little bit of a better texture, you can strain it through like a cheesecloth.
Okay.
If you don't even have a cheesecloth, you can put a paper towel into the liner of like your pasta strainer.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've done at
So
times.
you can do this anyway. You don't need to have that.
You don't have to have the most expensive blender to do it.
I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, yep. It's looking good. So we're gonna blend it just a little bit more.
Okay.
Just to get it going.
I'm excited to try this.
And I think
it looks about done.
Let's see what it looks like.
What do we think?
It looks like cashew milk, for sure, as we spill it all over the place. But you know what? Part of being in the kitchen is getting messy. That's how I look at it. So we'll try just
Part
a
of the
little bit.
fun.
This is going to be the fun part because I'm not doing it in a normal blender. So
oh yeah, good
this
call.
might
We
be
just
fun.
scoop
You
it.
know what? We'll try it later and we'll tell you how it tastes. But we've got a lot happening on the rest of the show. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of Good Morning Vail. Now we're doing something really cool for Easter. Starting Monday the 18th, every single day, you're gonna get a new word. So if you watch every day and unscramble the words to make a sentence, you can win What's in This Egg. Make sure and tune in every day. Good Morning Vail.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Happy Tuesday, happy first day of spring. It's Gretchen here at the TVA Weather Center. Let's take a look at that weather outside on this Tuesday. 8 a.m., 26 degrees, a high of 52 and sunny. Gorgeous first day of spring. I am loving this. 8 a.m., 26 degrees and sunny, noon 44, 4 p.m. 48 with a little bit of cloud coverage, and then 8 p.m. 40 degrees and clear. So gorgeous day ahead. Let's take a look at that I-70 corridor. Eagle 57, loving that. Avon 53, Vail 52, so beautiful. And Denver a whopping 64 degrees for the first day of spring. Tonight a low of 23, snow 20% chance. Winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So gorgeous day and gorgeous night. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Wednesday 51 degrees, mostly sunny. Then the cloud coverage comes in Tuesday, partly cloudy 51. Friday partly cloudy 50. And then look at those lows, 29 degrees on Friday. Saturday partly cloudy 51. And then Sunday we're going to see a little bit of that precipitation, a little bit of the snow showers, 40 degrees and a low of 23 on Sunday. So sunshine, snow, we never know. Last 24, we have 0 inches, 48.0 for Beaver Creek, 242 inches for the season total, 62 for the base depth. Now, Beaver Creek lift hours are 8:30 to 4 p.m. We have 25 lifts open, 166 trails, and 100% of the train is open in Beaver Creek. Let's take a look at the Vail Mountain Snow Report. 0 inches in the last 48, 246 for the season total, and 64 inches for the base depth. Lift hours for Vail Mountain, 8:30 to 3:30 p.m., so a little different than Beaver Creek. Vail Mountain Snow Report, 32 of the lifts are open, 278 trails open, and 100% of the terrain. So get on out there, have some fun spring skiing this week into the weekend, and keep it right here. We have the Vail Vibes Report with Avisha.
Come on.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here. Now if you've spent any time in Vail, you know that we have a vibrant art community here. And the latest addition to that community is a brand new contemporary art gallery with a long family legacy.
When Courtney Olson stepped into the role of curator and gallery director at Relevant Galleries, she was following in her family's footsteps.
My great uncle, Paul Zucker, he moved out from North Dakota to Denver very early on in his career, and he fell into the art world. He loved the art world. He, in his home, he has Moreaus and Picassos and just great, incredible artists. And he is a key collector in Denver in the art scene. And so when he started the gallery business, one of their next openings was actually in Aspen. And so my parents both got involved in that. And then you don't realize when you're sitting at the dinner table how much you pick up when you're little about the art world. And so I just joined 3 years ago. So we're a 3-generation family firm.
Their parent company, AD Galleries, has 11 established galleries throughout the Southwest. Courtney says she got to discover and choose a variety of emerging artists for this location.
That's the fun part. That's the fun part. We are always looking for artists. We probably get about 1,000 artist submissions every single year. And so typically in the springtime, we'll sit down, our executive team and each of our directors at all of our galleries will say, hey, this is what our clientele is wanting, this is what they're needing. And so we'll go through artist submissions, we'll go out to fun artist shows and figure out, who's selling and what are people wanting in the area. Especially big name artists, you want to get attached to those, but then also it's supporting the local artists, it's supporting the emerging artists. Like we just brought in an artist that's right behind me. His name is Jeffrey Gersten. He is definitely, I would say, more of an emerging artist, but incredible oil painter. I mean, his pieces look like photographs. And he is out of Arizona. And so it's that fine balance of showing both sides. So this gallery it's a show gallery. It's meant to show kind of the best work out of, I think we have 6 different artists in here right now. And so really going through and finding those pieces that are that wow factor that people stop and they're like, I want this in my house. Pretty much every single artist we do have in here is extremely contemporary. We have everything from wall sculptures to abstract paintings to one of the top Native American artists that is more that contemporary oil painter in the front. And so it does have a really unique mix where someone could easily choose one from each artist and have their whole home done.
Their sister galleries, Gibb Singleton in Vail and Relevance Denver location, are known for representing the very popular David Yarrow.
He has just very interesting background from going from North American wildlife and South American wildlife into these new storytelling scenes that are very cinematically driven. It's like a little movie set inside of a photograph. We had some clients that actually got to go up to one of his shoots up above Leadville, and he did a Leadville shoot up there, which was pretty incredible. And it was that Southwestern, but it was like Cara Delevingne and a pair of skis walking outside of the saloon, and it's so creative. And I think that's a big part of his work and who he is, but also when you hear him speak, you're like, this man is a genius.
And if you want to meet David Yarrow, Russell Young, or any of the other artists, keep an eye on the Relevant Gallery's website for upcoming events.
We're looking forward to doing a lot of incredible events. We have almost every single one of the artists that we have represented in here. We're going to be doing a show with them. We're going to be flying them in for a weekend, doing a show, having live music, bartender, all the fun things that you hope for a gallery show. But we'll be having, and it's really special to be able to meet the artist. And we're a very strong believer in you have to meet the artist to understand the art. When you meet the man behind the magic or the woman behind the magic, that's a whole different story.
Sounds incredible. We can't wait to dive deeper into the art and learn the stories of these talented artists. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the first day of spring, and I'm so excited because that means new starts, new beginnings, and new original TV series on BET+. Joining me today is the creator and some of the cast of the brand new series, De'Ara from Detroit. I've got De'Ara Kilpatrick and John Chafin. How are you both?
Hi.
So
hey,
excited.
how y'all doing?
I'm great. Excited to have you both here. I was watching the trailer of this brand new series. So De'Ara, tell me all about it.
I can't hear you, but I think you said tell us about the show.
Yes.
I play De'Ara, who is kind of a hot mess. You know, she's going through a divorce. She's having a hard time. And when she jumps back into the dating scene and meets a guy she really likes, she is promptly ghosted. And she tries to get to the bottom of that ghosting. She's like, I think I'm too amazing for this. What's happening? And so when she goes to look for him, she discovers that he might be at the center of a mystery and he might actually be missing. And so she has to pull in her friends and some of her coworkers to figure out what's going on here.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now, and I love this series. So you're from Detroit originally. What inspired you to write this series, being from Detroit?
Man, you know, Detroiters, we love our city. So I've always wanted to tell stories about the city. I think it's the setting is just a character in itself. Detroiters can't help but be unabashedly themselves. And even though the city's kind of known for its dangerous elements, I find most of the people there to be pretty funny. So I wanted to infuse that into a story. And I also always wanted to see a private investigator series that was driven by a woman who was in her sexuality, who was, kind of fun and funny, and I felt like it was time for a Murder, She Wrote or a Jessica Fletcher with a little more edge.
I love that. Now, you mentioned Danger. And so, John, you play a character named Danger. Tell me all about your character.
Yeah, Danger is a thug with a therapist. I am an old friend of De'Ara when she comes back to the block, home. She's greeted by myself in not so precarious ways, but you get to take a journey with me and really get to see the full microcosm of a black man. We are not a monolith, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fun to show the both ends. So how you meet me is not necessarily how you're going to leave me at the end. I feel like the audience is going to fall in love with not just my character, but all of the characters on this show.
That's great. I actually was going to ask you, what were you hoping the audience would get out of this? So the two of you worked previously together on Perry Mason. So John, what drew you to this project specifically?
De'Ara. I mean, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Exclamation. We played brother and sister on Perry Mason, and she called me, hit me up, and was like, John, I got my show. Did you read for it? And I was like, nah, but let me know about the character. She was like, he's just a real street dude from Detroit. I was like, say less. And De'Ara, she's an amazing artist, writer. And I told her, I was like, look, whatever bridge you're jumping off of, I'm gonna be right behind you. So I'm riding with you, whatever it is. So I'm happy to be here and continue to work with her and tell more stories.
I love seeing that. I've actually saw this thing on social media about, people that work together from project to project. And so I love knowing that that's probably enhanced the dynamic between your two characters as well. So DR, you're passionate about writing plays as well. So congratulations on all of the nominations and awards that you've received. So what are you hoping fans really get out of watching this new series?
Man, I love a good mystery, and I love talking about it with my friends. So I just want people to get invested into the story, to have to entertain themselves. I'm a mother. At the end of the night, I have that 1 hour usually to spend with my husband once we get our kid down. And I just want people to be able to spend that hour having a good time, being pulled into the mystery and laughing at these characters and just being downright entertained.
It's true. I mean, watching the series trailer for me, I was laughing because it's comedic, but it's also like mysterious when you're following all of this detective work. So great job on that, and I can't wait to see when it actually airs. So when does it air? Where can we watch it? Give us all of the details.
So it airs on March 21st on BET Plus. Yes, we are asking you to sign up for another streaming service, but it's worth it, we promise. We're asking people not to use their cousin's password, but just to sign up. Just $5.99.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. And BET Plus is a great partnership between Tyler Perry and BET. So, I mean, it sounds like a good one to sign up for. I was entertained just watching the trailer. So I bet I'm probably going to sign up for it too. We appreciate you both and congratulations on this brand new series, and enjoy. And I can't wait to see the reactions you get from your audience.
We can't either. We've already seen a couple tweets that are really positive and people with their theories. So we're excited to hear from the fans and the audience as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. You guys gonna love it.
Awesome. Well, DR and John, thank you so much for joining me, and excited for you, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Now, the brand new series on BET Plus, Deara from Detroit, go check it out. It's fiction, but also based on truth. Lots of exciting things happening on that brand new streaming series. So check it out March 21st, and it'll be on BET Plus. Now, we'll be right back with more on the show after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi everyone, it's Julio Garcia with TV8, and we're so excited about our Easter giveaway where you have the opportunity to win this egg filled with many surprises. Today's word of the day is spring. So remember to collect all of the words and unscramble the sentence for your opportunity to take home this surprise Easter egg. Again, today's word of the day is spring. Good luck to everyone.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Today, great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
We are coming up on the close of this first day of spring, so you're going to want to see what the weather looks like. It's a high of 52 today, so perfect spring temperatures. We've got 26 degrees, winds from the west by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking at that hourly, 26 degrees at 8 a.m., 44 at noon, 48 at 4 p.m. and then 40 at 8 p.m. Mostly sunny, a little bit of cloud coverage through the afternoon, but we're looking at nice clear skies at night, which is wonderful. And then we're looking at the I-70 corridor. You're going to want to know what's happening down in Denver and making your way back here. 64 in Denver, 52 in Vail, 53 in Avon, 57 in Eagle, and a perfect sunshiny day for this very first day of spring. It's actually a day earlier, which is pretty exciting stuff. Then looking tonight, low of 23, snow, 20% chance, but I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess and say it might not happen. Winds coming from the east by southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, mostly clear throughout the night. So a gorgeous, gorgeous first day of spring nighttime. And looking at that 5-day forecast, we are officially in the 50s throughout the week. 51 and mostly sunny out for the high on Wednesday, 23 degrees for the low, 51 on Thursday, 26 for the low, and then it starts to get a little bit warmer, 50 for the high, 29 for the low on Friday, partially cloudy, and then we're looking at clouds kind of Saturday and Sunday with some snow showers on Sunday, 40 for the high, 23 for the low. So a lot is happening with that weather, but I think we're officially in our springtime season. So very excited about that. Bust out the pastels, the floral prints. It is time.
You know, it was funny. I went to go get my nails done at Chip and Nail the other day. We've had them on, and the neon, everyone was like, it's not summer yet.
No,
and I'm
it's
like,
time.
it's
It is
spring. I am
time.
ready for the sunshine. Don't get me wrong, love the snow, but I'm ready.
You know,
I'm
you're
ready for
in
it.
your wonderful pastel colors. She's got the springtime dress on, but great show today. You know, we had
so
lots of
good.
exciting stuff. You had a great interview.
Oh my gosh, the magician, and she got me spot on. I couldn't believe it. And when she, the Beyonce Pinky, we have to talk about that later. I was very stoked on that. Favorite singer
It's
ever.
true. It's so great. And then the brand new series, Dira from Detroit.
So
it looks
cool.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
May not be the most family-friendly program, but BET Plus original series,
So
their
cool.
partnership with Tyler Perry Studios, so very exciting. And you know it's going to be entertaining for sure.
Tyler Perry, favorite. Anything he does, he puts his stamp on. It's gold.
It really is. He's such a genius.
He is.
producer
I
and
know.
Creator and storyteller, and that's what this new series is. And then we made cashew milk in the kitchen.
Very
that was an
vanilla
adventure.
cashew milk.
Note to self: make sure you use a blender, not a food processor.
Yes.
But I tell you what, the flavor was delicious.
So good. I'm proud. And now you taught me something I can do by myself at home. So thanks, Kim.
You did a great job. Well, Gretchen and I here on the couch signing off. We had a great show.
Awesome.
We will see you next time. Thanks for joining.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to